Hello and welcome to another update video about Solana, a $30 Solana. It seems to become reality, a price that everybody found crazy, including myself, and it is at the lower end of my support area, of my target area for this major correction. I sincerely hope it will find support here at $30. Should it drop below that, I would give it one last possibility at this swing low here back in July at around $22. We had one touch point here, one touch point here, one touch point here, one touch point here, and it was resistance here before in February 21. If we drop below that level, then we can say hello to a one-digit Solana. I'm talking about prices below $10. And if it will ever recover from that, I can't answer you that. My hope is that because the RSI, the momentum indicator, the relative strength index, is already massively bumped out. It is nearly at 20. It is nearly as low as it has never been before. Last time it was that low was in January 22, here when we came down all the way to roughly $80. We are now much lower. We're now at $42, pretty much 50% of the price back then. And the RSI is at the same level. At the time, we saw quite a massive corrective move up. It took it to $145, pretty much a 2x to the upside. And now we are exactly actually where we want Solana. We have Solana exactly in this target area I've been talking about for a long time. I told you that between $55 and $30, it is the ideal target level for retracement. Who would have thought that we really get there? I would have thought maybe we see the 55, $30 now. I wouldn't be surprised the way this is going, but here we'd need to stop, and the really worst case should be $22, and below that I would really have doubts, honestly, if Solana will ever recover. Now, not to make any panic here, but obviously we need to highlight the risk as well. But I don't think it is realistic that we are going to see prices below $22. But at the moment, I just need to highlight it, right? So at the moment, again, this is where we want Solana to be. And if I look at CoinMarketCap, Solana is still in the top 10, obviously. But what currently is going on here, it feels a bit like capitulation. So that is good news, because this means people are fleeing the market, people are running away, yeah. And it's often either when people get bored that prices start to go up because everybody's sort of, oh no, I go into another investment, or when people get really, really fearful. And this is the time here where I think we are seeing here the capitulation. I think people still don't fully realize the extent of it, and therefore we are not yet where we need to be in terms of the capitulation. I think we have to see a little bit more. I think we have to see probably a few coins die before people before we see that final capitulation, and it might mean that a lot of the cryptos drop lower than I want them to be. And maybe it is a characteristic of this current correction, of this current impulsive move down, that coins will go below my target areas and will go below this 88.7% Fibonacci level that I've been talking about since November. And maybe this is what cryptos do in this corrective wave, and maybe they do all recover. And I can't tell you that if they really all, but I mentioned in previous videos many times that if an asset, and this doesn't need to be a cryptocurrency, it can be anything, a stock, whatever, if they drop below that last Fibonacci retracement level, it really historically and statistically does not look good for these coins. It increases the chances that these coins or assets never recover. And also what I have seen in the past, this is the case. So therefore I highlight really this last Fibonacci level. So it is so important from a technical point of view. However, as I said, we are really, really oversold. So the downside potential is getting really, really limited. Solana is oversold now, even on the 4-day chart. It has never been that much down on the 4-day chart. On the weekly, nearly there as well. Yeah, but also here, never been that much oversold on the weekly chart. And I think we don't have a monthly. So here on the RSI, on the monthly, we now get into the bearish range as well. So it is really getting tough out there. Yeah, and we do not yet see a slowing down of the downtrend. Yes, slight bullish divergence on the 4-hour chart. That's fine. And at some point, it needs to turn around now. And it shouldn't be much longer before we turn around. The thing is, we should see a corrective move up either the next wave will be a corrective move up or it will be an impulsive move up. And based on what we are doing, I think we are going to see, we will know with a higher likelihood where we are going, because we need to see what the structure of the next chart will be like, the next wave. So if it is something like this, a 3-wave move up, and to do that, we could get to the next resistance level. First of all, $55, then 75, then 81. So let's say we get here. Then we need to see, is it only 3 waves or is it 5 waves? If it is 3 waves, the chances are much higher that we drop once more in a 5-wave move down. Or the alternative is we see a 5-wave move up, which is what I'd love to see now. It's sooner or later, no, rather sooner than later. And that would then show that the trend is changing, that we are changing back into an uptrend, and then a corrective move down would then be the next move. And only after this, I think we can say with confidence that the downtrend is over. It is really feeling a bit scary at the moment, but it is supposed to feel scary. It is that capitulation phase, and that is normally what happens when you see that. And this is designed for it. Yeah, we have to be scared. We have to be scared. So if we weren't scared, even on this channel where we prepared for these levels, if you don't feel that, then it is not capitulation. So that is what needs to happen. That is what I've mentioned many times, and also shown the channel members in the live streams, sort of the cycle that normally an investment cycle or a cycle of an asset, a wealth cycle, where the last step before it goes up again is that capitulation phase. And this is really what we could be seeing now. Again, it doesn't feel like it yet for me, but I think as soon as I even doubt if we go up again, probably this will be the low. So I'm not there yet, but we'll see. I don't know how you feel. Let me know in the comments how you feel. It must be horrible, I guess, because I logged into my account yesterday on one of the exchanges, and it's just awful. But that is what it is. Yeah, I know many. It's also the same in the stock market. I know many professional investors as well in the stock market, and they are hundreds of thousands of dollars in the red, and they don't sell because it's part of the cycle. So we'll see. This obviously is the crypto market, a much younger market. And I've mentioned yesterday in my live stream that we could see many more coins die than we actually think will die. And there will be some sort of a sieving process where some coins, even though the project might be good, some coins might die. I'm not suggesting Solana will be one. If Solana is one, I suggest that a lot of other coins will die before that. But I don't see it yet. I don't see it. Yeah. But the risk is always there because it is a very young market. It is very, I'm just thinking, has it to do with Tether? That I haven't read the news this morning, so if something happened here that affects the whole market, I haven't read it, and that might be here a disaster. If something happens with USDT, which is at 99 cents, which looks a bit too low. So we'll see. I need to read the news, I guess. And then, let's all hope we have a not too disastrous week. Rest of the week. All right, so hopefully you still enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.